Hey guys, and welcome back to Rad Resells. I'm Natalie and I'm a full-time reseller, and in today's video we are doing a what sold video which went over the past 3 days, and we had some quality sales. We had a $100 sale, a $250 sale, and of course a bunch of bread and butter items. This video is great if you want to learn more about what brands and what items sell in particular, just expanding your reselling knowledge in general. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I have been reselling for 4 years. 3 years have been full-time, and we cross-list on 4 different platforms as well. We got eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari, and just to make it all easier to list on all of their platforms, we get this question a lot: do you use a cross-listing tool? And yes, we use List Perfectly. Been using it for over 3 years now, and it's just a more convenient way of not being too redundant with your listings, save some time. You basically create one listing and then you just copy paste this listing into or onto the other platforms. If you have 3 platforms or more, I do recommend using a cross-listing tool, or at least looking into it just to see if that works better for you. If you have 2 or less, so 1 or 2, I would not recommend it because you wouldn't be saving that much time. But if you want to check out List Perfectly, which is the tool that I'm using to cross-list, check out the link below. If you have any questions regarding List Perfectly, definitely leave a comment. But let's get into today's sales. Well, for the past 3 days. We're gonna start off hot, and we're starting off with eBay. We have a $100 sale that will found in the hard goods section. Hard goods will, and here's a clip of that.
Was checking out the stuff. This section usually isn't this filled, so I was taking a look at everything. I come over here and I know that little elephant. Don't ask me how to say this, but these are some amazing rice cookers. This Nero Fuzzy is the model name of it. There is 33 listed, 66 sold, ranging between $70 to $100 plus shipping. Looks pretty clean, and it is 10 bucks. 10 into 100, quick flip. Yes sir. Rice cookers, who would have thought? Just look for that little elephant. And it's cool with this one, when you hit cook or when it's done, it plays a little song for you. You guys want to hear the song?
And just like the comps were showing and that Will was talking about, we got the higher end of that spectrum, $100 plus shipping for the rice cooker. The rice maker was so clean. We just did a little wipe down of it and that's all it needed. So I think that's why we got the higher end of the spectrum, because it didn't really have any scratches, no stains or anything like that, and obviously good photos. Next on eBay, we have a bundle. It was 2 bead-ready long sleeve polos that I recently picked up, and they sold so fast. If you saw that video, we picked up 7 in total, and I did say in the video I'm gonna lot 1 gray and 1 blue up together, and then the single one I have left, because I found 7, is gonna be a solo dolo. That one also sold for $30 or $35. All of the polos were $4.89 each. And they all had a golf club logo on it. At the time, I didn't know what the golf club logo was, so I just didn't even mention it, but you can clearly see it in the photos, and the 3 of them have sold already. As long as it's pictured, you don't even have to mention it, but obviously it would be nice to mention it for those who are looking for that exact club logo. Next on eBay, we have an Orvis quarter zip merino wool sweater. This one sold in a day. It was $4.89 at Goodwill. And I really wasn't expecting this one to sell that fast, considering we're in the middle of the summer, but hey, I'll take the quick flip any day. Next up, we have a Chubby's polo, and this one had the nice all over print, kind of neon colors, and it's just the perfect summer vacation vibe type of polo or shirt. So if you have any of these, get them up ASAP. It sold so quickly for $35 plus shipping, and it was $4.89. Then we had a little hat sale, a new without tags Harley Davidson hat. Unless it's a higher value hat, which most of the hats that we come across earned. We priced these around $15 to $20. This one sold for 18 bucks and we picked this one up at a bag sale, so it cost us around 25 cents. Moving on to Mercari, our biggest sale, a $250 item. This one, I can't believe it's sold right now. It makes no sense. We have a Christmas decor item. We got Mr. Christmas double-decker carousel with music, by the way, and it sold for $247. Shipping included in here, and it's a pretty big box, so I wouldn't be surprised if shipping's gonna cost us anywhere between $30 and $50. Like I said, it's in the middle of the summer and it's sold, but hey, I guess it's for Christmas in July. Also super happy that it sold on Mercari because, as many of you know, maybe some of you don't know already, but Mercari is the only platform right now that has 0 fees for sellers. So whatever it sold for, $247, that's what you made on that sale. Obviously not considering your cost of goods, but there's no platform fee. So the 10% fee, the transaction fee, nothing for the seller. The buyer pays that. So Mercari is quickly moving up in terms of our favorite platforms to sell on. Next up, we had 2 purchases from the same person, but they didn't bundle them up together. I'm not really sure why. So she ended up paying 2 shipping fees, but she did get discounts on the item itself, so it kind of evened out. But it would have been better if she got less of a discount on the item and did the bundled shipping so that I would have made more money. But I wasn't gonna go, let's cancel these transactions so that I can bundle them up together and then let's redo the whole thing. You pay the exact same amount, but I get more money. I wasn't going to do that. So we got 2 pairs of Zumba dance pants that I recently picked up, by the way. One was new with tags, one was pre-owned, same size. And if you look at the comps on these on eBay, it's not great in terms of sell-through rate and stuff like that. Even the value is not great. Way worse than I initially thought, but we didn't sell it on eBay, we sold it on Mercari. Then we have a pair of Hokas. Hoka, obviously a huge shoe brand, and they sold for $64 plus shipping. Hokas have a lot of different models. We got Clifton, we got Bondi. I'm sure there's other models as well, but either way, although they have different values, every Hoka model will be worth your pickup if you can get it for less than $10. And they're in good condition. It's just an overall great brand to be looking for versus other brands that you have to be specific in terms of which model is it. Hoka's, any model goes, as far as I know. Then we have a bundle sale. So I had 2 pairs of shorts, different brands. We got Tommy Bahama and Columbia. And because they were the same size and the same style, they were both the cargo shorts. I just bundled them up together. They were both very, very cheap, around 25 to 30 cents each, and therefore I can price them pretty low and sell them for $25 plus shipping. And because it was a Mercari, which has no seller fees, once you take out the 50 cents total I had into the items, we made $24.50 from this sale on 2 pair of shorts that don't normally sell. As in, I would not be picking these shorts up at Goodwill because the sell-through rate is not good, the value is not good, but when you bundle them together at a competitive price, they tend to do better. And speaking of bundles, we sold another bundle on Mercari, and this time it was 2 pairs of pants. Again, 2 different brands, but the same size and the same style. So we got Calvin Klein, a brand we never pick up, and Izod, a brand we never pick up. But because the cost of goods was super cheap, this was from a bag sale again. So we have about 25 cents into each item, so 50 cents total. And it sold for $30 plus shipping. But if you thought we were done with the bundles, we're not. We have a small sale here. 2 pairs of Izod pants. Bundled them up together. I think I had them up for 20 bucks plus shipping. I got the offer for 15 bucks and I just accepted this because Izod doesn't sell that well. And we made $14.50. By the way, if you made it this far into the video, go ahead and leave that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and motivates me to create more content for you, and we just really appreciate it. All the support that you guys are giving is kind of crazy to think about, so thank you. And back to the video. Next platform, we have Depop. Only 2 sales here. Depop has moved from being one of our best platforms to one of our worst, which just speaks volumes in terms of Depop doesn't care about sell-through rates. Because now versus before, when Depop was our #1 platform, which was a few years ago now, we didn't care about sell-through rates before, and we picked up things that were cool or grandma chic and all that stuff, and they would just sell well on Depop. Now that we focus on sell-through rates a lot more, Depop sales have just plummeted while the other platforms have gone up. We had a Lululemon long sleeve button-up shirt. Will found this one recently and he was surprised it was Lululemon because obviously it's minimalistic, but it also didn't feel special. Normally when you touch Lululemon, at least with their athletic stuff, you can just feel it. It feels amazing. This one was okay. Had it up for $28, accepted a $25 offer, and it was $4.89 at Goodwill. The next one is a Coastal Carolina Chanticleers stitched hoodie. As you guys know, when it comes to schools, universities, and colleges that are stitched or has a really big print, we pick this up and sell them for around $25 to $30 depending on what's on it. I had this one up for $28, right? I got an offer for, I think it was $20. So I countered with 25. This person counters with a 1 cent increase. Not a dollar, a cent. And this is very typical for Depop buyers. So what do my petty me do? I do not turn the other cheek and be like, you know, I'm gonna be the bigger person. No, I'm gonna stoop to your level. So I countered with a 1 cent decrease. Since they're $25, I did $24.99. Just to let you know that I can play games too. It's not one of my proud moments, I will admit that. It's not professional. And 99.9% of the time when this happens, the buyer's not gonna buy. Depop buyers are famous for not buying your stuff when they give an offer. Even if you accept their offer, literally in my experience, at least 90% of them don't buy the item, even though you accepted the offer. But to my surprise, this person accepted this 1 cent decrease in my offer, and I'm basically just waiting for a negative review at this point. For fun, let me know in the comments which platform you have the most, what should I call them? Lowball or rude or, you know, least favorite type of buyers. It will be fun to see if you also have this experience with Depop buyers or if you have a different platform that you're just like, yeah, these people are ridiculous. Last platform, Poshmark. Poshmark has been a little bit slow for us lately. Normally it's one of our top selling platforms in terms of both quantity and quality, but it's been a little bit slow lately. I'm not really sure why, but with reselling and sales, it goes like this, right? It's normal. Right now we're kind of in the lower end of the spectrum in terms of Poshmark. Hopefully it will pick up soon. We just have a few bread and butter items here. First up, we got a pair of Nike golf pants in tan. I'm not really sure how it sold for $28. I'm actually surprised. Should have been like 22 or something, but I'll take the 28. It was a nice pair of pants, you know, but they're kind of plain, not even a pattern on it, and just a pair of Nike golf pants which have decreased in value and sell-through rate for us at least. Next up, we have an item that's on the opposite side of the spectrum in terms of I'm surprised it didn't sell for more. So it all kind of balances out. We got a beautiful Pendleton pearl snap all over print shirt, and we found this at a Goodwill grand opening. We saw the exact pair, I guess it was listed. I forget if it was listed or sold. It was $40. So that's where we priced ours too, but it just sat and sat and sat. So we kept decreasing the price, and then we got an offer for $22 and I just accepted. But I really thought that one was going to sell for at least $5 more. It's a nice shirt. Then we have a pair of vintage Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants. These were made in the USA. We don't really pick these up at Goodwill because pre-owned chino pants by Polo Ralph Lauren don't do well. They just don't. Newbie types, completely different story. Yes, pick those up. Pre-owned, we stay away from, but this one was very cheap. About 30 cents into the item, so of course I'm gonna pick it up. And it sold for $24. The next one is a pair of Adidas track pants in gray. On the plainer side, even though it did have a blue logo, which is kind of cool contrast from the gray, But this one did sit for a while. Normally Adidas track pants and also Nike track pants and sweatpants do really well, and I will continue to pick them up. But this one sat for longer than anticipated, and I think the plainness of it could have something to do with that. But I'll take the $22, and it was $4.89 at Goodwill. Then the last one on Poshmark was a Patagonia or Patty for Your Daddy t-shirt. For the t-shirts, we don't expect much. We expect between $16 and $18, and that's exactly what we got. It's a shame it sold on Poshmark for $16 to the lower end of that spectrum because Poshmark takes 20%. But at the end of the day, what's another dollar difference? T-shirts are $2.49, so definitely a small sale here, but still, it sold quickly. I think it sold within 2 weeks, so I'll take that. A quick flip, even though you might make a little bit less, I'll take it. Especially with summer slowdown, we're all about just flip, 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 flip. I'm so open to offers. Just send an offer that's not ridiculous, and I'll accept it. But alright, that sums up the sales from the past 3 days on all of our different platforms. There wasn't that many, but we had some quality sales that made up for the less quantity. Honestly, pretty good 3 days. As always, thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to leave that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one.